Hello everyone. The goal of this video is to talk a little bit about the writing process as well as some of the assignments that are due this week. First things first, take a moment to pause, take a deep breath, and set one positive intention for class this week. Write it down somewhere. If you feel like it, post it somewhere. Maybe put it on your mirror or on the cupboard above where you wash dishes or in your car, anywhere you'll see it often, so that you can check in with it. In the Introduction to Literature class, which as you know, this class is trying to support your work in there, we are focusing on writing about literature this week. So last week we did more with the writing process, and this week we are talking about the writing process. So writing about literature is a little different than other writing you may have done. There is an article that you'll read this week, and I want you to think about the ways writing about literature is similar to and different from the academic writing you're used to doing. So make sure that you read and annotate the article, take notes on it, and then submit your notes for the literature class so I can take a look at what you gleaned from the article and what you're learning. The writing process has these main steps to it. This may be a review for many of you. Others of you, some of this may be new. It's best to engage with all the steps of the writing process to create your best paper. So the first thing is brainstorming, just getting your ideas down. And sometimes parts of this process will go more quickly than others. It depends on the paper you're writing, it depends on you and how your writing process works for you. Some people do brainstorming quickly, some take a long time to think about what they're going to write about. All of that is fine. After you brainstorm and get some ideas out, you move to outlining your ideas in a more concrete way. Then you move to a rough draft, getting your ideas down in paragraph form in the paper. From there, you revise the draft, and then you work on editing and proofreading as your last final step. So editing, you're looking at sentence structure, word choice, clarity, those kinds of things. Proofreading, you're polishing, picking up on typos, spelling errors, that kind of thing. In the 190 literature class this week, you have a paragraph assignment. So the goal of this assignment is to work on the writing process while just composing a short paragraph. Before we get into a paper, I just want you to go through the whole process with a short paragraph. We will focus on theme in the poem Wild Geese. And there are 3 things to submit. You'll submit an outline, you'll submit a rough draft, and a final draft. Okay, so I'll be looking at those 3 assignments and seeing the evolution of the writing process within your paragraph. The first part is the outline assignment, and this is right from the assignment copied and pasted here. So first you start with reading the poem, annotating it, and then coming up with a thesis. What you're going to want to do is choose a theme that you want to focus on, develop your thesis, do a little brainstorming, and then you'll create your outline. You can then type this outline into a Word document and submit it on Canvas. Here is a template for creating your thesis. This might be really helpful to you guys as you're working on this. You want to say write the name of the poem here. Make sure that you capitalize the words that are capitalized in the title. The author's full name. It's just in all caps so that the different parts stand out. The author's name should be, you capitalize their first and last name. A strong verb inserted here, illustrates, examines, and then here at the end of the sentence, you identify the theme. So an example, in Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening, poem title, author Robert Frost, strong verb, explores, theme, the theme of nature's intoxicating pull. Okay, so use this template. Feel free to send me your thesis if you want some feedback. And then here's the outline template that you'll be working with. So you'll have introduction, you'll have some introductory thoughts here and a tentative thesis, so a draft of your thesis. You'll have support from the poem in terms of images and lines that you might include. Make sure that you quote words from the poem. And the conclusion, you'll just have some concluding thoughts down here. Very simple. Don't overthink it. Just get your ideas down. Here's an example from the Robert Frost poem. Obviously, we are working on a different poem. So the introduction, something to introduce the topic. Then I have a tentative thesis here. In the second part, I have support from the poem. A few images, see the quotations, and a couple lines. And then for the conclusion section, I have some ideas that maybe I could end the paragraph with to end with something that would feel conclusive, but also interesting. And that's all for this PowerPoint. If you have any questions, please let me know. Good luck.